The Irish Champion Hurdle is next. It's a 2-mile event. Grade 1, of course, Enlightened, Joshua Sutherland, Explicable, Paul Parsons, Symbia, Martin Leedham, Warmonger, Joshua Sutherland, Central City Clouds, Vinnie Gerard, Diva Fandango, Derek Hinton, Fast Response, David Hooley, Harley Quinn, Daniel French, Instructor Craig Beckwith, Speed Team, David Hooley, and Victorville Melody, Vinnie Gerard. And those questionable things, isn't it? All these races this week are exact versions of what we're going to get next week. Does it detract from next week, having them all a week early? I don't know. They're away and racing. I'm torn on whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. I thought it was a bad thing, but then I think last season or the season before, the results were so totally different, it made it realise that maybe it isn't such a bad thing. It just builds up the excitement for next week. But that's what we're trying to do anyway. And Fast Response is in the lead. I'm sure quite a few of these will turn up at the Champion Hurdle next week, but quite a few of them probably won't as well, as they get to the first of the 8 flights. They're all safely over it. Maybe 1 or 2 trainers having a little bit of a test, seeing if their horse is up to this standard, or whether it's which ones of their stable they put in. I'll be testing a couple to see if they're better than the ones they were thinking of putting in. I'm sure we'll get an exact replica. Some of the jump trainers will say, well, you know what, we've virtually run the same race every week on the flat and nobody complains, so it's not that much of a big deal, which I suppose is fairly true. The 10 furlong Group 1s every week on the flat have the same horses running every week. The 6 furlong Group 1 sprints have the same horses in them every week, so let's see what should be so different. So maybe I should stop bringing it up, really, but it's just weird. You think all these races are going to be, especially when they've got the same names just about. But anyway, it's Fast Response in the lead, from Symbia in second, Warmonger is third, then Enlightened is back in fourth, Speed Team is fifth, then Central City Clouds and Diva Fandango, Explicable, Victorville Melody, and finally Instructor and Harley Quinn. They get to the fourth, which they're all over safely, with Fast Response continuing to lead. Warmonger in second, Enlightened third, then Diva Fandango on the outside of Speed Team. Symbia is on the inside rail. There's a 2-length gap then to Central City Clouds and Explicable as they get over the fifth. And Warmonger has now come through to take it up, with his stable companion Enlightened about to join to make a lead in 3. It looks like David Hooley's the other one is going to come up there to make it a lead in sort of 4 as well. 2 Hooleys and 2 Sutherlands, but Derek Hinton might have something to say about that as Diva Fandango comes around the outside of them. But it's Warmonger who's the leader now, from Fast Response in second, Diva Fandango is in third. Then on the inside, Enlightened, Symbia is suddenly trying to get into it as well. Then Speed Team, Victorville Melody is trying to run on. They've got 3.5 furlongs still to go, and Fast Response has regained the lead. Warmonger on the inside, Symbia running a massive race on the outside over the second last is in third. They're turning into the straight then now, racing down towards the final flight, and suddenly Symbia has come through to challenge for the lead. Symbia and Fast Response from Warmonger in third. Diva Fandango is fourth, then Enlightened and Speed Team, Victorville Melody is next. They've got 2 furlongs to go and 1 flight to get over, and it's Fast Response and Symbia from Warmonger back in third, then Diva Fandango and Speed Team over the final flight they go, and it was just Fast Response who got over it better. Symbia's over it in second. Here comes Victorville Melody on the outside. Warmonger is trying to get into it, 1/2 furlong to go, and Fast Response starts to pull away from Victorville Melody, and Fast Response is going to win it. Victorville Melody is second, Warmonger next, then Central City Clouds. Symbia was after that one, and all the way back to Instructor, and it is a win for David Hooley, who normally does well with his hurdlers. Maybe not been doing quite so well this year, but that one has taken the Irish Champion Hurdle at 7-1. Victorville Melody second for Vinnie Gerard, Warmonger third for Joshua Sutherland, Central City Clouds for Vinnie Gerard was fourth, and Symbia was back in fifth. The bottom rated horse in the race, running a massive race